everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So friends, today our topic is acids, bases and salts. As you know that in the previous video I have explained you about indicators. Now let's just recall the previous lecture and let's start the new topic. So friends, what were the indicators? Indicators were the dye that used to identify whether a solution is acid or a base. So now I am going to start with first topic, that is the acid. As you know, we have already identified what is an acid, what is a base and what is a solution with the help of indicators. Now I am going to start about acid. First of all, I will give you the definition and with that I am going to explain you the types of acid. So like my video, share my video and yes, subscribe my channel. So friends, have you seen in your kitchen when your mother is making lemon water? Yes, I am talking about lemons. What does a lemon do? Lemon has a very sour taste. Do you know that? When we cut lemon and we put it into some onions or we make a lemon water, then we see that lemon has a bit of sour taste. Why does the sour taste appear? Because lemon contains citric acid in it. So, I can define acid in such a way that acid are those chemical substances which are sour in taste. For example, lemon. Lemon contains citric acid. As you know, acids are sour in taste, hence lemon has a sour taste in it. Now, I will define acid with one more definition that I have already explained you. That is, acid turns blue litmus to red. I told you, acid turns blue litmus into red one. Now friends, as I already told you, the litmus paper consists of two types, that is the blue litmus paper and the red litmus paper. So how to identify whether a substance is acid? When you dip into a solution, the litmus color changes from blue to red. Hence, it proves us that it is an acid. So I can define acid in another terms, that is, acid can turn blue litmus to red when we dip into a solution. So I told you the two basic definitions of acid. I told you with the help of a lemon juice that explained us that acid has a sour taste. And the other definition I have explained you through the litmus paper that the blue color changes to red. Now, I am going to tell you the various examples that contains acid in it in our daily life. So here I go. So students, now are the examples of acid. Now, what are the substances that we see in our daily life contains an acid? One of the example is sawed milk, that is known as curd. You can see the picture of curd. You don't know that curd also contains an acid in it. So, it's so surprising that we eat curd and we don't know it contains an acid. So, now the next substance or the next fruit I would say that contains an acid in it is the raw grapes. You can see the picture of raw grapes here. It is so surprising to note that we eat these fruits and we don't know that they contain acid. Hence, we can say that acid has a sour taste, right? So, now coming to the third example, that is the lemon. You can see the lemon's picture as I have already explained you. Lemon contains citric acid. Now comes the next example. So, now comes the next example, that is raw mango. Yes friends, raw mango is also acidic because it contains an acid in it. The next example is orange. Yes, orange also contains acid in it. And the last one which you don't know, that is tamarind. That is in Hindi it is known as imli. It is usually found in your kitchens and you should know that it contains an acid in it. So I will say that acids are the substances that are sour in taste and so you would be surprising to note that these examples contain acid in it. Yes, So I can again define the definition of acid, that is, acid is a substance that has sour taste and yes, it can turn blue litmus to red. Now I'm moving forward to more examples with the particular acids they contain. So here I go. So students, now I am giving you example that contains acid in it. Yes, see, vinegar has acetic acid in it. There is a picture of vinegar on your screens. Now, the second example, that is curd. Yes, the soured milk. It contains lactic acid in it. You can see the picture of curd on your screens. And yes, the third example is the tomatoes. Yes friends, tomatoes also contains an acid in it. Which acid is present in tomatoes? It is oxalic acid. You can see the picture of oxalic acid which is present in tomatoes in your screen. So now I am going to tell you the types of acids. So now students, what I am going to tell you? I am going to tell you the types of acid. Yes, we can divide acid into three categories based on the source, based on the strength and based on the concentration. So yes students, see, if we divide acid on the basis of their source, then they can be divided into mineral acids and organic acids. Now, what are the mineral acids and what is organic acid? I will explain you in detail, but till then I am giving you examples. So, mineral acid example is HCl and sulfuric acid. You can see the picture also. Then comes the organic acid. Example is tartaric acid in turmeric, that is imli. So, on the basis of source, you can divide acid into two categories. One is mineral acid, other is organic acid. Now, I am coming towards the acids based on strength. Yes, students, if we divide acid on the basis of their strength, they can be divided into strong acids and weak acids. Now, example of strong acid is HCl, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. Now, the example of weak acid is acetic acid and there are many more. I'll explain you it in detail. Now comes the last kind of differentiation of acid based on the concentration. Yes, if we divide acid on the concentration, then it is divided into dilute acid and concentrated acid. Now, example of dilute acid is vinegar and example of concentrated acid is HCl. Now, I am going to explain you all of them in detail, but before that, you can write this in the form of this table, that is in this form. So, you can even write the examples of this so you can easily learn through this table. So students, now I am going to explain you about organic acids and the mineral acids. As I told you, acids can be divided into three categories. Based on the source, they are further classified into the organic acids and the mineral acids. So here I have made organic acid on the one side and the mineral acid on the other side. I have done so that you can learn easily in a tabular form. So see, now what is an organic acid? Organic acids are the acids that are present in plant materials and in animal materials. So students, organic acid can be found in plant materials and in the animal materials. So these are known as organic acids. Now, organic acids are basically the naturally occurring acids. They are found in nature. So, the third thing is, it is not harmful to eat as it contains substances naturally. So, anyone can ask you that acid is harmful. So, how can we eat them? No students, organic acids are not harmful. They can be eatable because they contain the substances naturally which does not causes our health. So, some of the examples of organic acids is there. First one is the acetic acid. It is found in vinegar. The second one is the citric acid. It is found in lemons. The third one is the lactic acid. It is found in curd. And the last one is the oxalic acid. It is found in tomatoes. So you can see the examples of organic acids. Now, I am moving towards the mineral acid. Now students, as I told you, I have made on the one side organic acids and on the other side mineral acids. So why not learn them together? See, as I told you, organic acids are the acids present in plant materials and animal materials. But mineral acids, these are prepared from minerals and the earth, like the minerals of the earth. They are present naturally in the plant and animal materials, but mineral acid is present in minerals present in the earth's crust. So, the second thing I told you there, that the organic acids are naturally occurring. But friends, mineral acids are man-made acids. They are not found naturally. The third thing, I told you in organic acid that it is not harmful. It can be eatable as it contains materials naturally. But mineral acid, they are very harmful. When they can burn our hands, they can burn our clothes. So you should handle these acids with proper care. Now, the examples of organic acid were acetic acid, citric acid, lactic acid and oxalic acid. But the examples of mineral acid are HCl, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So you can learn them together by making it in a form of a table. So now I am moving towards the next category, which divide acids into two parts. So students, now I am going to tell you the other two categories in which we divide acid. One of the category is the strong acid and the weak acid, and the other category that is based on the concentration is the dilute acid and the concentrated acid. As I told you, when we divided into strong acids and weak acids, we did it on the basis of their strength. So, what are strong acids? An acid which is completely ionized in water means it splits into ions, right? Which is completely ionized in water and thus produces large amount of hydrogen ions. So now students, you have to learn it that when we dissolve acid, then it completely ionizes and what is observed, a large amount of hydrogen ions are liberated. So this kind of acid is known as strong acid, for example, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. Now, what are the weak acids? Weak acid is the acid that is partially ionized in water and produces small amount of hydrogen ions. So you can see the difference. Strong acid produces large amount of hydrogen ions while the weak acid produces small amount of hydrogen ions. Moreover, the strong acid are completely ionized and the weak acids are partially ionized. So we can see the examples of strong acid also. They are sulfuric and nitric, while the weak acid has examples of carbonic acid and sulfurous acid. So in detail, I will tell you what basically acid is and how it ionizes in water. So you don't have to worry. Till now you have to just learn the definitions and the examples. In further videos, I will explain you with the third definition. That is, while liberating the hydrogen ions. I will explain you the whole process. So no need to worry. Just you learn with the help of a table. Now moving forward to the next kind of categorization, that is based on the concentration. Now, when I divide acid on the concentration, it is divided into dilute acid and the concentrated acid. Now friends, first I am going to tell you the concentrated acid. Concentrated acid is the one which contains minimum amount of water in it. I am repeating again, concentrated is the one which contains the minimum amount of water in it. Its concentration can be decreased by adding more amount of water. Okay. So, now what is the dilute acid? Dilute acid is the acid which is made by mixing concentrated acid in water. Okay, so concentrated is the one which contains minimum amount of water, while dilute is the one which contains concentrated acid with a lot of water. So friends, what you need to see is we usually add acid in water. Okay, we don't add water in acid. I am repeating, we add acid in water, not water in acid. So you always have to add acid in water. Keep a note. Now make the table. Now you can write these categorizations and their types. Now the video is complete. Hope so you would know the types of acid, that is basically based on the three categorizations. First I have explained you on the source, that was the organic acids and the mineral acids. The second one was based on the strength, that is the strong acids and the weak acids. And the last one was based on the concentration, that was the dilute acids and the concentrated acids. Now in the next video I am going to explain you the properties of acid. Along with that, after that I am going to explain you the base. So hope you like my video, share my video and subscribe my channel.